Oh, man. That window was getting stiffer and stiffer. You seriously need to put some WD-40 on this. Oh, lovely. Don't even look up from your book. I mean, yeah, sure. It's not like your best friend in the entire world has come to see you or anything. Bloody charming. Well, I'm hardly expecting you to roll out the red carpet or anything. But I mean, I guess I was expecting something, you know, a hug, a hey, how you doing? Or maybe just you looking up from that book you've got your nose stuck in, But oh, no, that's far beneath you now, isn't it? No. Any time spent away from your precious books is just time wasted. You've got no time to spend with the plebeian class like me, eh? Charming. Oh, of course I'm being dramatic. I mean, seriously, do you know me? When am I ever not dramatic? It's part of my charm. But I'll admit, I am somewhat serious this time. I mean, I know that you like your privacy and all that, but, I mean, going off the grid for a full week, not even answering my texts. I was starting to worry, truth be told. I had no idea what to expect when I snuck into your bedroom, eh? I half expected to roll up the window to see a little shriveled corpse all shrunken up amongst a big pile of books. Then I suppose you would call that a warrior's death, wouldn't you? You big nerd. But, thankfully, after having checked on you, I can verify that you're in fact not dead. You're just very, very rude. What do you mean, what do I mean? You know, for the smartest person I know, you are awfully dense. Well, you're rude because we've worried about you. I mean, come on. How could we not? You know, but we're your friends. Everyone's been asking me where you are. I mean, you and I have been practically joined at the hip for years now. Honestly, it's been like operating on half capacity not having you here. I mean, when you're at my side, you're the brains of the operation. I've lost my phone 4 separate times this week, got locked out of my flat twice, and I've managed to somehow walk around a full day with my jeans on backwards. And I blame you, you see. You see, none of this would have happened if you were next to me. If you'd caught me in the act, you would have straightened me right out. Yeah, I know that you're not my babysitter. Nah, I'm just pulling your leg. Truth be told, I've missed you something fierce. Really have. No, I get it. You need some time alone. And time alone can be good. You know, not everyone is hardwired to just be a constant dynamo of social interaction. I get that, and that's kind of why I'm here. Right, settle down. I know you don't like surprises. I don't blame you. You're all about routine. Fair enough. But I think you might like this one. I will warn you, though. The surprise I've got in store for you does require a little bit of travelling, so some shoes would potentially be recommended. And some clothes, too. Will you just trust me? Look, I promise you it is purely educational, alright? Would I ever stray you away from the path of knowledge? Me, your dearest friend in the whole wide world? In fact, don't answer that. Look, will you just trust me? Thank you. Now, get yourself wrapped up nice and warm and meet me outside on the rooftop. I promise you, it may be a cold night, but you're not going to want to miss this. Not much further now. We're almost there. I swear, if you say, "Are we there yet?" one more time, I will turn this car around. In fact, scratch that. You probably want that. Oh, don't be dramatic. It's not that cold. Besides, we're here. Ta-da! Welcome to Casa de Amigos. Well, yes, I know it just looks like two blankets in the middle of the forest, but actually, I'll have you know it's two heated blankets in the middle of a forest, okay? I spared no expense on this. Where are you going? No. Hang on. Look, I promise you there's a perfectly good explanation for this. Just let me explain. I've got 30 seconds. Well, how bloody generous of you. Okay, look. I know that you need your time away, and I get that, right? But being shut up in your room like that, you know, it's not healthy. It's stuffy, for one. You know, what all the boomers say about getting the fresh air in your lungs, there's a very good reason they say that. It's because it's not entirely bollocks. And I just figured that, look, if you don't want to see everyone, right, you don't want to see the full friend group, fine. Right? You need some time away to relax or read or just be by yourself, fine. But I figured if you have to do that, you might as well do it somewhere else. You know, get out and about. Put a few miles in your soul, for God's sake. And what better than the great outdoors? And I suppose selfishly I did kind of hope that maybe I could tag along with you. You know? Just, well, I miss you. You know, of course I miss you. You're my best friend. Look, I suppose it was pretty stupid. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Look, we'll go back to your house. You'll give it a shot? Really? Like now? You mean it? Oh, you're just... Oh, come here, you... You are a big bloody tease, so you are. You had me worried there. I mean, I spent all that money on those two heated blankets. They zip together to make one big cocoon type thing. It's pretty cool. Right, come on. I need to show you this. It is very comfy, I promise you. It's got a layer of, like, down between it and the floor, so there's absolutely no heat loss. And there's built-in snack pockets. And yours is filled with all your favourites. Of course, I remembered them. You know me. No, aye, okay, yeah, sure. I may be a ditz, but I'm your ditz. I come through for you when it matters. Now, come on, get comfy. Oh, I had the heater on before before I came to get you. I was kinda worried I would come back to all this on fire, but thankfully it does seem to be fairly solidly made. Then again, probably shouldn't have said that part out loud, but... well. So, I mean, this is still your time. You know, what do you want to do? We could talk, or, you know, if you want to read, you can read. Did I have any suggestions? Well, I did have one. I had one idea. I was thinking perhaps we could, well, you know, because we're actually up on a big hill at the moment, and we're in a clearing, and there's not very much light pollution. Maybe we could stargaze. Oh, don't look at me like that. Yes, I know what stargazing is. I am perfectly capable of... Look, will you just trust me? Okay, I promise you, I am very learned in all things stars. Okay, I watched a documentary with actual doctors and smart people in it. Oh, really? Really? You don't believe me? Well, I'll just prove you wrong. Right, get comfy, right. Okay, so, do you see that one up there, right? That one. Okay, that... How can I explain it? It's up... Oh, it's better if I just show you, right? Look, come here, just scooch in. Right. Look, right with my fingers pointing, right? Top right. It's like a sort of upside down V, right? That there, that's the constellation Gemini. Alright, now those two bright stars, right, two that are just right above the wee legs that are dipping into that big sort of stream in the sky, those are the two stars for Castor and Pollux. Now, going back to ancient Greek times, Castor and Pollux were two brothers, you see. Now, Castor was the mortal son of King Tyndaris or something like that. It was a funky name, I'll tell you that. It would definitely be a 6-pointer in Scrabble. But Pollux, you see, Pollux was the immortal son of Zeus. So obviously the mother was, well, that would be a fun episode of Jeremy Kyle. You know, the Jeremy Springer show. Now, whatever it's called, I don't know what the equivalent is. But look, anyway, so Pollux was immortal and Castor wasn't. Now, the two of them were identical, however. So, being identical twins, they were just inseparable, right? Pollux was a fierce fighter, and Castor was a great horseman. But one day, the two brothers met up with their two cousins, and the four of them carried out a cattle raid in Arcadia, but they fell out over the division of the meat. So, of course, they got a bit of back and forward, and they just kept tit for tatting, which eventually started the Trojan War. But, during one of the fights, Castor was fatally wounded by one of the cousins, and Pollux, being immortal, went down to see his brother, and Zeus gave him an option. He said, look, you can either let your brother die, and you can come up and spend the rest of your life in Olympus when your time is ready, or you can give half of your immortality to your brother, and you will spend each of your time alternating between Hades and Olympus. Zeus and Hera were so impressed by Pollux's devotion to his brother that they decided to bring them back and make them into the Gemini constellation. Put them in the sky together as two stars, always together. And that's where they sit now, dipping their feet in the Milky Way. You know, if you keep your mouth hanging open like that, you're gonna catch flies. I may be a ditz, but I have my moments. I can pay attention when it matters, right? And I wanted to give you something to entertain you, right? What, you want to hear another one? Alright, I mean... Well, you see that one right there? The really big one. It's like almost like a stick man sort of thing, right? Big sort of pentagon, 5 thingy shaped body, and then you get the arm going out there and then one going up above his head. Right, that's called Orion, and it's the only constellation that's visible from anywhere in the world. And Orion, he was a hunter, you see. He was one hell of a hunter. He was the Lewis Hamilton of hunting. He was the Tiger Woods, the Mike Tyson of hunting, you see. And one day he declared that he would kill every single animal in the world. But Gaia, the goddess of the earth, well, when she heard that, she went mental, right? Because it's her job to you know, put life out into the world. So having someone say, I'm going to take it out as quickly as you can put it in, no pun intended, well, she was not happy at all. So she sent down a scorpion. And after Orion had just finished a great battle and was resting, the scorpion snuck up behind him and clipped him in the heel, which instantly floored him. That was it. He was gone. But Gaia, realising what she'd done, she took pity on Orion. Right? And she placed him in the sky, in the heavens as a constellation, and she put the scorpion at the opposite end of the heavens so they could never battle again. And that scorpion became the Scorpius, or Scorpio. You know, the star signs, the ones I've got no time for. But, aye. And Orion's belt, well, that's because Orion's trousers keep falling down. Okay, well maybe I made that one up, but can you blame me? There's an awful lot of big words in these documentaries, and I am trying my best to impress you here, so... I mean, I am trying my best to entertain you, not... Okay, maybe I am trying to impress you a little bit, you know. You're smart, you're very smart, and I'm very much not, so I kinda, you know, wanted to show that I'm not entirely, well, thick. I know you don't think that I'm an idiot, but I don't know, sometimes I think that you could be doing better, you know, hanging out with people more your speed. I kind of hope that you maybe weren't thinking the same as me, but in case you were, I kind of wanted to show that I can hold an intelligent discussion every now and then. What's that? Do I have a favourite constellation? Ah, bugger it. Bugger it all. You know, it's just you and I up here and... why not? Look, truth be told, I've got no time for stars and constellations. The brightest thing in my life is you. You heard me. You're the brightest light in my life. Hard to look at anything else when I've got you around. Look, I don't know if this is a lot to take in or not, but I am awfully fond of you, and more than a friend should be. And obviously, if that is a complete, you know, world-shattering thought and it's just awful, then I will help you get home and we can just pretend this never happened. But I don't need an answer now. Truth be told, I've missed you and I want to spend time with you. So, I mean, unless you have a definite answer now, if it's all the same with you, I'd just kind of like to sit together and look at the stars. Is that alright with you? Good. Good. It's a beautiful night. Yeah. Yeah, it is.